Good morning. Welcome to the MS7 Morning Show. Good morning. Welcome to the MS7 Morning Show. Good morning, Paper Plate.
Good morning.
Good morning, Blammo.
Good morning.
Good morning, Marcos.
What's up?
Good morning, Penn.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody in the chat. Good morning, Philly Caper Dave, Trooper. And hopefully everybody's had a great evening. Hopefully everyone's having a good morning so far. We'll give a few minutes for some more people to make it in. So, of course, the Lakers won. Good morning, Clifford. How are you this morning?
Yeah.
You know, the Lakers are winners.
Good morning, Troop. JJ, Philly, Clifford, Lateef. Good morning.
JJ, Philly, Clifford. What's up, Lateef? What's up, Sim?
Sim, good morning, bro. Hi, Sim.
Morning, everyone.
Hi, Sim.
Or Marcus called stepson.
Hi, Sim.
What's up, son?
Jeez.
How you doing, son?
Good morning, Sim. How are you? All right, good night, Sim. I'm sorry. It's night about to be the next morning where Sim is at. So good night, Sim.
Good night / good morning.
And Sim, I've caught up on all my episodes of Power Book 2.
There's only 3.
Yeah, it's only 3, but I'm all caught up. So I'm ready for Sunday's episode.
That's what's up.
And they are good.
Hey, Penn, did you catch that thing I shared in the MS7 group? And I think I don't know if I sent it to you in DM or not about that NVIDIA stream thing I was telling you about.
Oh yeah. You was mentioning last night, but it was so many people talking at the same time. I was like, I got drowned.
I gave up. I shared it in the MS7 group, but I'll send it to you if you want. Or actually, here I'll just post it in here. It's actually kind of cool if you have if anyone has a NVIDIA graphics card.
Oh.
It's a new broadcast app that they have, and it actually has a built-in green screen. It has a camera that will follow you. Like it allows your camera to follow you if you're moving from left to right. Reaching for a product to display or something. It automatically does all that. So it's pretty cool.
Okay. I just got it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right. Sure. Thanks.
Okay, sounds pretty interesting. And also, I wanted to let everybody know that there is 39 days left. So if you're not registered, you need to go out there and register to vote. So there's 39 days left to go vote.
On a lighter note, there's 1 day left for my birthday.
One more day left to a national holiday called Paper Plate's birthday. So you guys go pre-register at all your places. Go grab your gifts. Go get ready for the virtual party tomorrow. That is called Paper Plate's birthday.
Yep.
So the celebration will happen tomorrow, right? Or will it be tonight?
It'll be tomorrow night.
Tomorrow. Okay.
I don't have an exact time yet because we might. do dinner or whatever. Yeah, so it's gonna be a pop-up show. Just make sure you're subscribed, and I'm sure it'll get shared out too. So if you're in any of the Telegram groups, you'll get we'll share. It'll be shared everywhere. So hopefully, see everybody over there. It's gonna be a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Wear your earplugs if needed. It will be an adult-only show, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure Marcos will be a master of ceremony. He'll be playing on the ones and twos.
Yeah, maybe we can get Marcus to sing us a tune.
Good morning, Brooklyn. Good morning, JJ Cord Cutters. Good morning, Tech Review. Good morning, Rick S.
But the only thing is, all my singing is in Spanish.
Hey, that's okay.
I'm sure you know some English songs, being that you were raised in America and that you know English. You don't know any songs in English in your native language?
Good morning, Brooklyn.
Spanish is my native language.
Spanish is your native language. Well, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Clifford.
Yeah, happy birthday. Happy early birthday, Paper.
Thank
Yep.
you.
Congrats, man.
Yeah, leveling up. It's always good when you gain another level.
Yeah.
That's right.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. We all trying to gain another level,
That's right.
especially at these times.
That's right.
Yep. Bless. See another birthday. Yes. Also, we want to keep in mind there's a lot of shows going on today. So after our show, don't forget to catch JJ Core Cutter show, which will be at 12 o'clock Central, 1 o'clock Eastern. Well, he and the ICC team, he and Ian and Southern Tech Girl. I'm pretty sure she may be on as well with them. They'll be having a great show, followed by Next Level Tech. We'll be having a show around 3:30. Make sure you check that show out, followed by the Butcher Show. Streaming Matters at 5. And then later on, Ken will be having a pop-up show. So we want to keep all them shows in mind.
I'm
today.
definitely catching JJ's later.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and followed by the Butchers. We definitely want to catch the Butcher show as well because there'll be a special guest on there. So make sure we check that show out as well.
Tomorrow, Brooklyn. Tomorrow.
Yes.
Hey, Southern, what are you doing?
Amazon introduces a new Fire and TV users experience. Let me see what this is. Okay, along with announcing and launching of its new Echo Mesh Wi-Fi and Fire TV devices, Amazon event also brought news of an updated Fire TV experience, introducing a redesign of its main menu, more personalized. On its menu, you'll be able to stroll through its apps and preview the content directly to your favorite shows and movies, streaming services that you subscribe to for your quick fix that you're looking for.
You laughing at me, Blam? I heard you giggling in the background.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Tech reviews wanted to get caught up. I mean, I thought it'd help out.
Oh my. Comet is keeping it classy with Godzilla Classy Monster Marathon on the Comet channel. It's all these channels that's coming up. I've never heard of it before. But anyway, Comet is a Godzilla, the 1954 show, is going to have a marathon on the Comet channel.
Damn. That's old.
Isn't it?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Let me see. Let's see what else in here. 1 second. Let me change. Yep. Give me a second. The Euro 6 mesh routers are unveiled to upgrade to the Wi-Fi 6 for a more work-at-home environment. The new Euro 6 company is more compatible for your router. And I'm going to post it in the MS7 group because it shows a little video with it to show you more how it's compatible in your home and how it works, how it looks set up in your home. One second. And I just wanted to say, before I go any further, here on the morning show, everybody does their stuff different. And on mine, I feel like my show is more of a news thing. If I feel like breaking the device, talk about breaking down devices, and I have someone come on here and break down a device. I feel like talking about applications, and I'll talk about applications and show an application and break it down. But here, if I want to talk about tech news, then I'm just going to talk about tech news. But it's all is streaming related. No matter how you bring your content, everybody does stuff differently because everybody is individuals. And I don't choose to be like anybody else. I do stuff my way and how I do on my platform. And that's all I'm going to say on that.
And you do an amazing job, Sharon.
Thank you.
Well said. Great job.
Thank you. Okay, go out of that article. Okay, next article. Okay, Amazon Luma wants to know about new gaming services. The owner of Twitch has its own gaming service now. Amazon is getting into gaming and streaming with Luma. Amazon is getting into gaming. Amazon's Big Devices announces on Thursday the internet giant's Luma is cloud-based video and streaming service for Fire TV, phones, tablets, and computers, Microsoft xCloud, and Google and Stadia. Luma Plus subscription costs only $5.99 a month as a part of invites only in early access program. A stroller designed for services will be sold at early access pricing $50. For gamers, it will also be able to be used on Xbox, PlayStation, DualShocks 4 controllers as a mouse and keyboard to play. So I'll post that in MS7. So I guess Amazon, from what it's saying, is coming out with its gaming subscription service too. And I'll post that in MS7 as well. So anybody have anything they would like to say on that? Oh, okay. Let me first highlight this. You said that's already is already too much. Why do you feel like that's already too much, Blamo?
Holy, I've a hard time spending any money on monthly payment things.
I know exactly. Everybody wants to get into monthly pricing. I mean, before you could just buy the console and then that's it. I mean, buy the game and then that's it. You only brought out.
Yeah,
now
exactly.
they monthly for it.
Right.
So you're not really saving money because it's like renting. You know how I hate to compare it from renting to home ownership, but you invest so much more. Exactly. You're never gonna own this game. So it's not a good deal at all. So Blamo makes a great point at spending monthly service. Oh, it's only $5.99 a month on something you're never gonna own.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's it's comparable to the Origin access on PC, and I think EA access on consoles, where you pay a monthly or a yearly
But
fee.
on Origin and E, at least you can get their games though. You can still
Yeah,
download their shit, right?
you can still down. So okay, so what I like
Yeah.
about it is that once you pay the fee, you have access to their library as far as what they offer. They say unlimited access to collection premium, but thing is that everything is going more or shifting towards subscription based, where they want you to get in tune with paying subscription instead of like a one time fee.
Better, it'd be better just to download all those ROMs and stuff and then load them onto a device and go that way
Oh
instead of
yeah,
paying the monthly,
yeah for sure.
Because because people are gonna pay that monthly and then they're gonna be like, oh, I don't got any of those games.
Yep.
Right. Correct. I mean, I'd rather do that, what Blamo just said, or just pay a little more for the device and own it,
Yep.
and paying a monthly fee for something I'm never going to own.
Yeah, exactly. And they make all
I have
those
to pass on to someone else.
they make all those gaming devices nowadays too, so it's way better.
Yes.
You know,
Good morning, Shelly Shell. Good morning, Mac Daddy. Okay. I see the new Fire Stick is coming soon. Interesting. But from what little information, research, etc. Fire Stick is still better. The 4K is still better. Yeah, I think the new Fire Stick is just an upgrade from the second gen. It's not really an upgrade from the 4K, from what I understand.
Well, I don't even think it's an upgrade for the second gen. It's just a later version of the second gen.
That's what I mean. It's more compatible with the second gen than
Yeah.
than from the than from the 4K. Oh, Uno Nice. Miss Octavia said good morning, Uno Nice. Good morning, Uno Nice.
yep. Hey, good morning, Uno. Nice.
Yeah, Mr. Octavia. How you doing?
Okay, the new 4K sticks are not going to give you 4K. They are slightly above 1080, more like the 2K, just a tad bit below 2K resolution at best. Okay.
Yeah, the new 4K or the new Fire Sticks, the Fire Stick Lite. The only thing that was changed is the operating system will be the same operating system that the 4Ks are on, the OS 7 or Fire OS 7. And then the other thing that was changed was instead of DDR3, it's going to be DDR4. So as far as other than that, nothing changed from the 1080p. To upgrade, none of that changed at all. But it's just going to be a better operating system, and they changed from DDR3 to DDR4, and so that's going to. That in itself is going to make a difference.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be not as good as the 4K Fire Stick, though. No, I mean it's just not. And
Right.
and also on the light version, that's what they did. Now the next one up, the standard original second gen Fire Stick or whatever you want to call it, the RAM, I believe, from what I was understanding, is getting like a half of a
It's getting
upgrade.
1.5.
Yeah. So, and I guess that will allow you to render something equal to a 4K file,
And people are wondering if that 5.5 is actually good for a stick. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yes. Yeah. And it also, as well as going from DDR3 to DDR4.
Yeah.
So that's where the differences are, and the new sticks, which really the only new one is the light, but and they also they're integrating the the remote for the like the second gen. I'm just gonna call it the second gen. Will be just like the 4K remote. The light remote will be just like the original old second gen remotes, other than it's going to have a button on there, and looks like it's going to be dedicated, I think, to like a some type of live shows or something, maybe offered by Prime. I don't think anybody really knows exactly yet that I found what it's going to be dedicated to. So
Yeah.
that's the breakdown of the sticks.
You broke them down well. Yeah.
Good morning, Latif.
More Latif, how are you this morning?
Hey, stop, Latif.
Yeah. Also, Amazon new Ring camera actually is a flying drone for inside your house. And an Ring announces announces the 250 always home cam, and it plans for the end-to-end encryption. Okay, Ring on Thursday introduces a new product that is growing lineup for smart home devices. Ring's always a home cam, unlike Amazon company and other home security cameras. Always home cam is flying camera drone that docks and isn't when it is in use. The Ring.
That thing. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Go ahead. I'm finished. I thought I was muted. I was like talking to myself. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Anyway,
I was gonna say, that thing is gonna be a little. I don't know if I'd want one. I mean, myself. It's just that.
I know. I'd be afraid. That's just too much money because it says
yeah, and it's a little much having a drone flying around inside your house. I mean, come on.
That's gonna drive. Imagine having pets. It's gonna drive your pets crazy. Imagine it flying into your ceiling fan and being destroyed. And then it says it docks when it isn't in use. Ring's home cam will be available in 2021, and the cost will be $250. Along with the hardware, it announces that Ring says you will be able to turn end-to-end encryption. Ring app controls the sender and always. Later this year, it enforces improvement in security. And I posted it in our MS7 group, and it has a video that shows you step by step of how you can use it and everything. But it's pretty interesting, the video. I'm looking at it.
Put it in your car or whatever.
Yeah,
I was like, wow, that's a little too much.
Yeah, and I seen something about they were talking about some type of new dash something when you get pulled over, something for your car that immediately turns on like a dash cam to record, like if you're getting pulled over. You can tell it that hey, I'm getting pulled over or something, and it starts recording as like a dash cam and stuff.
Totally.
But and then now that on that drone thing, I mean, now if it was like it docked outside, just like an outdoor cam or something that could lift off and fly around and do a circle around the house. Now that might be cool, but have a drone flying around inside my house and.
I mean, like the vacuum. I remember the first time I used my when I was over my brother's house, I used a vacuum that's similar to a Roomba.
Yep.
That vacuum drove my brother's dog crazy.
Yeah. Well, they've got lawnmowers now too that are smart lawnmowers. They dock and they go out and they mow your yard however you want to be mowed. And
damn, I'm not that lazy, man.
So you're not that lazy.
You got smart a lot more.
Yeah,
Than
that's what my sister-in-law said. That vacuum is for lazy people. I was like, I want that vacuum. Well, like, give that vacuum to somebody who needs it. That's lazy people vacuum.
Lazy people back in.
Well, it's neat because you can set it, if people have certain ailments and stuff, that comes in handy for people that's not able to do all that and stuff. But like I said, just looking at the video, I couldn't imagine that drone would drive me crazy. I know it's a security, but it's supposed to run people off. But oh my goodness, I couldn't imagine having that drone flying around my house. Yeah, they would destroy that vacuum. Imagine, Clifford, them having that drone in your house for security flying around your house. Your pits would drive your pits crazy as well. I'm pretty sure them dogs that what's name had that paper plate have it would drive them crazy too. The paper get kicked out, or maybe he'll come back in.
Mm.
My paper plate because I don't see him anymore. Yeah, just a second. Yeah, that's 1 second. Anybody have anything they'd like to say on the panel, or anybody have any questions in the chat?
Nope.
I just got the notification. I guess this is a new series or film by Netflix. Someone has to die, so that maybe something you guys check out. If you guys like their exclusives.
What is that about?
Let me see. Give me one moment. It's a bit of a mystery, but in the description they have it to where some birds aren't meant to be caged. Someone has to die.
Oh wow.
So it doesn't really leave you much to go off of, but
Okay. Um. Hmm. Um. Miss Octavia, yes, it was by invitation only. CNET was one of them, and so they went ahead and told it after they had the viewing. But it was by invitation only on Thursday. Good morning, Johnny E. How are you this morning? Okay. 1 second. The RAM Power 26 power bank with 30 W USB CPD is only $45 with $15 off on sale. Let me see where's my sale at. On sale on Amazon for $45 and it's $15 off. So For those of you who are looking for a power bank. Those are some other good news. Google's latest experiment wants you to lip sync the songs to help it learn how to speak. It's also abiding in ALS research that calls you deserve more because it deserves more attention. I posted an article about it for the lip syncing service. So Google wants you to do more lip syncing so that they can help ALS people learn more about lip syncing. Well, learn more about speaking rather. One second. Could you take off for 1 minute, Pam?
Yep. No doubt. All right, everyone. Look, it's 23 watching. Y'all smack that like button. Smack it up.
Yep.
Man, this week sort of went, well, it sort of flew by. All right, everybody. All right, so everybody in the chat. Let me see. What events are you guys gonna be watching this weekend, checking out, or anybody into the whole sports betting scene? I'll be curious to know. Anybody's any leagues? You're putting some funds up. I got a colleague of mine that's in like 5 different fantasy football leagues.
Damn.
Yeah.
I was in the chat last night, and I'm like, I told them in there, I don't watch sports. Well, I haven't watched sports for like 7 years. Like any sports, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I sort of I used to watch like at least several hours of them, but I had to cut down a few years back. Good morning, Sandy B.
Good morning,
What's
Sandy.
your- No kids this weekend, getting messed up. Okay. Tavia said money. Okay.
Alright.
Okay. Amazon announces a new Fire TV devices and brand new home screen that makes it easier to find stuff to watch.
Oh, damn.
Amazon Fire products complete directly from Roku, Apple TV, and offering people access to apps such as Disney Plus, Netflix, Hulu, Roku.
I'm gonna be watching this.
Different devices. Pardon me?
I said I'm gonna be watching this fight today. It's
There's a fight today, or you mean tomorrow?
today. It's I think it's an exhibition. It's between Chavez Senior and Travieso, and Chavez Junior gonna be on the card also.
Mm-hmm. Okay. The Xbox Series X and Xbox Series SSD cards will cost 220 only. External way to play the next gen games.
Hey, what's up, Ken?
Everybody, hey Ken, how are you? As everybody knows, that there have been plenty of people, plenty of sources that's announced that Amazon Prime Day may be coming October the 13th. What is that?
Oh man,
I click on the link.
October the 13th. Oh,
I click on the
Marco.
link and I can about the fight.
Okay, well you need to mute.
Oh, you said October 13th, Sharon?
Yes, October the 13th.
I can't wait.
1 second. Yeah, October the 13th, according to sources including Verge, before the traditional holiday season begins.
That's actually that timing is pretty okay. Interesting.
Yep.
Y'all crazy.
What's so funny?
Reba Clifford said.
Hey, next level, how are you? You guys make sure, like I said, once again, if somebody could put his channel in the chat, make sure you go check out Next Level Tech. It'll be on today around 3, would it be 3 or 3:30? Around 3:30 Eastern.
What's up, next level?
2:30 Central. He'll be doing a live today.
Posted it.
Before that time, yeah.
I'm at work posting.
Good morning, illegitimate humans. How are you today? This is Next Level Tech's channel.
Hey, what's up, illegitimate?
Posting in the chat. See.
So, he said closer to 3:39 since school's back.
Oh yeah, hey, I understand that. So it'll be closer to 3:30. This will be the time of Next Level. So you guys make sure you go over there. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell notification. And watch your YouTube so you'll know when he comes live. Yeah. So you'll know when he comes live. Don't forget that JJ will be coming on today at noon, which is 1 o'clock Eastern, which is 6 o'clock UK time, and he'll be having talking about streaming, and he and the ICC family. So we want to make sure we go over there and support them as well. Welcome back, Paper.
Thank you. Internet went down for a minute. Sorry about that.
Hey, that happens. That happens.
All good.
But but while you're back, we want to talk about Telegram and about how to do the notifications.
Sharon, that link I just posted is about the Chavez Junior fight.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay, yeah. How to turn off the notifications?
Yes, how to turn off your notifications in Telegram.
Okay. So yeah, if you from a desktop or laptop, just from a PC, it's a little bit different than the phone. So you actually go up to the top left-hand corner where the little hamburger, the 3 line is, to get into your menu, and then you would go down to settings, and then you'll see a thing that says edit profile notifications. If you go into your notifications, there is a setting in there for your desktop notification. Someone's echoing. Okay. Maybe it was my feedback. I don't know. But so yeah, inside of that area there, you'll see the options to turn on and off the notifications, the desktop notifications, and the play sound that I think is by default. It gets turned on. Johnny E, I did get it, and I forwarded over to Mr. Butler, which is who actually has you signed up under him. So he should be. He just hasn't got back to me yet, but he does know that you are interested in that. So, but inside of that settings area, you'll see the desktop notifications, which is the one that pops up and tells you the sound over in the right-hand corner or bottom left-hand corner or wherever, and if you scroll down on past that, you'll be able to see and change where you want that at, or turn on or off the Windows notifications, turn off the sound. All those settings are in there on the desktop settings.
Thank you.
Okay. And Clifford, he said his boss was next to him when it happened. So it was probably from a mobile phone then. So, yeah. And did you go over the mobile phone settings, Sharon?
No, I didn't. I've just now thought about it when you came back.
Oh, okay.
And the mobile phone settings, I just go to my notifications, like my regular notifications. You go on your phone. Yeah, I just go to Telegram and I just silence my notifications in Telegram. So
yeah.
I don't get any notifications at all on my phone in Telegram until I just go on Telegram.
That's why I did, because there seems to be a glitch in with the notifications anyway from the groups, because if you go through and silence one group, but you want the notifications on if someone sends you a direct message or whatever, you can do that for each group or each individual or however you want to set it up in Telegram's actual settings through the mobile device. But what I've found, and maybe it's just me, I don't know, but what I've found is that even though I do that and silence of, turn off the sound and just have it on vibrate or whatever for certain groups, certain ones seem to automatically get turned back on, or I get notifications anyway that is sound that shouldn't be sound. So yeah, I went through and done it the same way that you were just talking about, Sharon. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. What I did was I just went inside the app, and I used to be a part of a lot of groups myself, and I had to do some cleanup because those notification sounds were crazy. But once I did that, I just went to the groups that I wanted to be silent. Yeah, mute. I just did those individually, and they're stopped.
Yeah, that's what I did too.
That's good. So maybe it's just a glitch on my end. Maybe I need to uninstall and reinstall them because
maybe clear cache or some shit. Yeah, reinstall it. Something.
Yeah. Because I've went through and turned off, several notifications for several groups, and
it could just be a bad file in the program, right?
I go out, and 5 minutes later, my phone's dinging, and it's that group that I just turned off.
I just turned off the whole app.
What is it?
I said I just turned off the whole app.
Yeah, that's what I did. That's what I did now, because like I said, the groups that I didn't want to hear from, I was hearing from.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I'm ignoring people. It was groups that are like news groups and stuff. Just are constant, ding, 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 ding. It's like, Lord.
That's the main reason why I turned it off.
That was mine yesterday.
Groups.
Yeah. And that's the thing too. I mean, I'm in so many groups that, you know, if I would have the notifications turned on, it would just never stop.
Correct. And I go in and out of, I go in Telegram so many times a day. It really doesn't matter that I have my complete notifications turned off in Telegram because I'm study going in there constantly anyway, just to look at
Right.
art. So I look at the other ones when I go in there anyway. So it doesn't matter that my notification is turned off anyway.
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same way. I'm checking it constantly. It's like it's worse than an addiction.
Hey, but at least hey, I'm away from Facebook addiction.
Yep. So that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather be in Telegram than Facebook.
Yeah.
And the grunt says I got them muted. So you just muted them, and yeah, I got them muted too because I just, like I said, and now the computer one, like I said, thank Paper because he got me. I muted them through him. He helped me walk me through muting all of them because it was just crazy.
Yeah.
You know, guys, and all day my computer would go ding 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 ding.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And Johnny E, yeah, you're welcome. If he doesn't hear, you know, I know we'll hear from Mr. Butler. So I mean, I talk to him pretty much daily. So if he doesn't get back with you, he'll get back with me, and I'll make sure that I let him know again that you're trying to get a hold of him. So no problem, brother. And good morning to anybody that I missed while I was waiting for my router to reboot. Grunt Streams, good morning, brother. And I'm trying to scroll through to see who all came in, if anybody that came in while I was gone. Next level, you still here? Good morning. Illegitimate. Oh, I see Daddy Glamler's still here.
Oh yeah. Big disappointment.
You said that was not disappointing.
Oh,
You got it back.
When is the night
oh no.
No. Hey, what's up, Cody, man?
Yeah, Cody man.
Good morning, Cody man.
Bag.
And also, I'm gonna have to get ready to leave here pretty soon. I gotta get ready to go to that doctor's appointment. That I'll be at most of the afternoon. So, but so if I'll post it in the side chat and let you guys know that when it gets that time, probably here in another 15 minutes, I'm gonna have to jump off. So.
Or I was looking here at the and shout out to Blade at these Xbox Series quick links for the pre-orders, and at Best Buy the pre-orders for the it's unavailable at Best Buy, unavailable at Amazon, unavailable at Microsoft. Walmart pre-order is live now, but it's listed as out of stock. New Egg is on live now. GameStop is live but currently unavailable. Target is sold out. Sam's Club sold out. So you didn't get it before. You're gonna have to wait.
Yep. Hey, what's up, the butcher?
Hey, the butcher, how are you?
Dabs.
Yeah, so you guys, once again, make sure you check the butcher this afternoon. I put the link out if you'd like to come on. You don't have to like to. You're more than welcome to. As well as I didn't say earlier, next level, you're welcome to come on as well.
Tech reviews don't jump. Nah.
Right.
I slide out of the chair anymore, you know.
Start doing them chair push-ups.
I do my my sloth motions.
Just sloth motions. Is that what they call them these days?
It is anymore, man. I'll tell you. but I do feel better. You know, I don't know. It's weird. The humid and the heat seem to help with you know, a lot of my aches and pains that I have, arthritis and
Oh yeah,
steel rods and plates and screws and, you know, all that fun
the
stuff.
cold is very bad for him. The cold is like
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people saying that the cold is like the worst thing. All right, welcome to the show, Mr. Butcher.
Hello, hello.
Hey,
What's up, Butcher?
Arnold B. Johnson.
Nice to see you guys. Blammo, haven't seen you in a while.
Oh, hey, how's it going, man?
Doing well. Doing very
Good,
well.
man.
Good morning, Debs.
Nice. Nice paper plate. How are you?
I'm good, brother. How are you doing?
I'm awesome. Just got back. Charles took me out for breakfast.
Num num.
Ooh. We were going to go to Waffle House, but it was too full. So we ended up going to Cracker Barrel. So
Cracker Barrel, bring a friend.
Okay.
They got-
Cracker Barrel,
I-
Cracker Barrel, bring a friend.
I ate too much. So
I love their pancakes from there.
I had French toast, which is
Okay, that's good too. Yeah.
Yeah.
good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Enjoyed it. So yeah. Hey, did you guys talk about that mini computer? Did you see that I posted in your chat today?
I did not see that, but could you tell us about it?
And I saw this. If you guys saw the video that I had with Virtual Man when I talked about Raspberry Pi, those RetroPie images, it's been a few months back, where you can get Raspberry Pi images. That's a fully loaded gaming setup for your Raspberry Pi. So I follow him. He does YouTube stuff, and he's got this. It's called a Chewy, I guess. I'll try to share my screen.
Okay.
Blah 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 blah. Let's see here. StreamYard. Share my screen. Share my tab because I don't want you to see all those other tabs that I'm on. Okay. I'm checking those quality links for everybody. So it's a mini computer. Now, a lot of times people talk about using different devices as a mini computer. Well, this here it's a 6 gigabyte RAM, 128 gigs SSD drive, which is, I think, an M2. It's an M2 drive. So you're talking about the fastest type of hard drive you're going to be able to have inside this component. This thing, and I don't know, I guess I've got this. It's about the size of this right here, maybe a little bit larger than this is the full size of it. 6 gigs of RAM. Now you can use this code. You can get it to $200. So when you're talking about an NVIDIA Shield, then you talk about this would be the same price as an NVIDIA Shield, but it has Windows 10. So you're running full Windows on it. It's a licensed Windows device with says it can run 4K video graphics, which that's to be determined. Intel processor. Mm-hmm. And he put it behind he had a monitor, just a regular monitor, and it has mounting brackets that you can mount it right behind it, and hooked up his Bluetooth mouse and keyboard to it, and was running all kinds of Windows applications. And then he's building a Windows retro image. So it'll be a preloaded retro gaming thing for Windows, and he's the reason why he was building that is because of this thing here. But for $200, I am so tempted to take a look and maybe take a jump on it. I don't know. I'm for somebody that's looking for a small computer, or maybe and they're thinking, well, or streaming device, if you're willing to go that extra step. I'm wondering if this would be it, because again, you're running Windows too, so it's easy to. It's not like anything that runs Windows you can run it. So I don't know. I think it's definitely a possibility that for people that want to check out. You could see here, like on the back of a monitor. Now that's probably a pretty decent sized monitor, but you can see how small that is. Yeah, and it also said you could do dual boot. I remember it saying dual boot. So let's take graphics, UHD Graphics 600. I thought it said there was a quad. So is that a processor? Celeron 1.8 to 2.5. So I don't know. I thought it was a very nice option, I think, for people that may want to get a device and you're thinking about investing, and not on this ain't your Fire Stick people, to be the people that want to go something a little bit farther, wanting something.
Nice.
Right.
I think that this could be a definite option. And say, like, I have some friends that wanted. He likes to run the K-word off of a computer. He's got an old computer, like Windows 7, I think is what's on it, and everything is, you know how Windows. If you got old Windows, they've abandoned most of that. So he's looking to get something, and he was talking about he wanted to have something that he could do his banking as well as do watch movies and videos and this and that. And I sent him a link to this. I said, you might want to check this out. I said, because this may be just where you're wanting to go with this. I said, because it'll give you the option of a mini computer, but really not bad price. Because if you use the promo code, get it down to $199. I don't know. That seems pretty good to me.
Really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just an option for people to check it out. And he tested yesterday. I don't know. I might pull the trigger today.
It's really nice.
Yeah, I got a bonus.
Sure,
yeah. Let's go. I might go for it.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
ETA Prime did a video on this. Okay. I'll have to look for that.
Oh yeah. Sure. Good morning, Southern Tech Girl and D Johnson. Would you like to tell us about what you got going on today?
Is it to me or to?
Oh, to you. To you.
Oh, well, yeah, I heard you say something
everybody
about
else.
Southern Tech Gal. I was like,
no, I know it's Southern Tech Girl. Yeah, she's JJ's show, so she's a part of ICC.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have a show today. I've got to hit up the guy that was supposed to be on last week.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's supposed to have been on my show about 5 times, but he's having issues with the program that he was trying to get out there. So maybe he'll be on there today if he got all the bugs worked out. If not, we'll see where it goes. Also going to have Penn's going to be on there today.
Yes.
So I asked him to come on the show. I wanted him to come on the show, and I just feel, and this isn't throwing shade on any other people's show, but I think Penn, he shows a lot of stuff that's interesting to me. He's got less than 1,000 subs. I think he's very underrated on the knowledge that he's trying to share with people, and I think that more people need to pay attention to that.
Yes.
So hey, come on my show. Even though I don't have that many subs, I'm not
You got plenty.
I'm not a Rojas or something like that. But hey, I've got people. You come on. I want him to come on my show, share some of the stuff he's learned, and see, he'll pick up some subs, and I'll pick up some knowledge, because I've actually remember when I was messing with Premiumizer, and I talked to Penn about how to have that set up, and you and I talked, and you kind of gave me some guidance on that. So definitely a lot of knowledge, and hoping that hang out on my show and pick up some subs and share some of the stuff you learn.
Oh, for sure. And I appreciate you for inviting to your platform, man. No problem.
Hey, subs are good. I like steak and cheese.
Yeah, steak and cheese sub. Yeah. Steak and cheese. Steak and cheese go in. Yeah.
Delicious.
Yes. And speaking of subs, can we also say this, if you don't mind, on your channel as well as on this one? I mean, I'm not going to be on there, but we are trying to get Penn to 1,000 subs, and within that, we'll tech review too. But within the 1,000 subs, we are giving away $100 as well as 2 4K Fire Sticks and premium service if we get Penn to 1,000 subs.
Dang, I need to put my name in the hat to catch all that stuff too.
I know.
I want to be in it.
know. Can you say that on your channel? 'Cause we are
Yeah,
promoting that.
yeah.
Yeah, we are promoting that. We get him to
Yeah, well, yeah.
or more.
Well, and he's gonna be on my show. He can talk. He'll be able to say whatever he wants. I'll give him a minute or two. I'll give him
Sure.
1 or 2 minutes on my show.
I don't know if I got to go that far, Dad.
All right, so he'll
yeah.
be quick.
But be quick. but seriously, if we get 10, we say every morning we get 10 tech reviews to 1,000 subs, we are giving away 2 Fire Sticks as well as premium service and $100. And this is not like we say all the time. We are not buying subs because I know some people feel like we're buying subs ever since Streamer Wizard. We are not. This is just our way of saying that we appreciate you coming. You don't have to come. You take out time of your day, come watch our videos and everything else, and we just love to give anyway. So this is just our way of showing our appreciation.
Awesome. Yeah, I wrote it down here. So and I was right. The giveaway too.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. Make sure you check out the Butcher today at 5 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Central, and I don't know what time that is UK time. Sorry.
5 hours. So that'd be
5 hours. Oh
10
yeah, 5 hours. 10 o'clock. Yeah, 10 o'clock UK time. Yeah. And stuff. So keep all them times in mind. So go tell your friend, your family, your cousin, your auntie, your uncle, person at your store that you shop at regularly. So sub. Tell a friend to tell a friend to go subscribe. Oh, and earlier Clifford had a question. So let me go back up to Clifford's question because he did ask you a question when you were talking earlier. Does this your friend know you can upgrade to the new Windows version for free? Did your friend know he could upgrade to the new Windows version for free?
Well, but he was also having his computer is old, so he was just his computer is I don't even want to know how many years, but I know it's really old and he's having issues. And he was just like, it's just he goes, I think it's the computer's on that point where you're like, the computer starts getting so old and slow. And to be honest, Windows 10 is not any easier on your equipment, on hardware. If you got an old computer, people's like, well, this upgrade. Well, if you got an old computer with old components, Windows 10, unless you're adding a bunch of RAM in there, Windows 10 is going to not be your friend. Windows 10 is going to get more difficult to run. It's not a lighter system. So whenever you start adding, it tends to not, it's only going to get worse, So that's why he's like, maybe it's time to move on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking through, I'm reading through this where ETA did a breakdown of it, and I'm looking at some of the comments because I'm curious. I'm willing to for $200. I'm thinking, $200, I can try it and see.
Yeah. For those of you, in case that use APKs, which a lot of us do, BTV updated today. Then Films Plus, the one that Don was talking about in the chat yesterday, it updated yesterday. Deezer, the music app, updated yesterday. AdGuard, the ad blocker, 4.1.14 mod version with root upgraded yesterday. I'm sorry, the BTV is the 2.5.6 version updated yesterday, AF version, and BTV, the 2.5.6 official version updated yesterday as well. And the Deezer music app, the 6.2.10 84A premium version updated yesterday, and Film Plus 1.0.3 AF version updated yesterday. And I wanted to ask you something while you was on here too, the butcher. I'm glad you're on here because we talked about this on Saturday's show on Ken's show. You know how we don't show as much of KODI anymore. How
Okay.
do you feel about showing APKs? Do you feel like that causes APKs to be shut down? Us as YouTubers showing APKs on YouTube, do you feel like that causes I'm talking about not so much videos, like if you do one video about it and people see it over and over again, or do you feel like going through it on live shows, or you think it should be showed over and over again, or you think you should show it just the one time, and then if someone asks about it, just say, hey, refer to such and such day's show, or how do you feel about that?
I think that for me, the way that I see that the MPAA, ACE, or whoever is going after this stuff, I think that mentioning something is probably not going to be what targets someone. Believe me, they're paying attention to all the APKs and all the add-ons. They pay attention to all that stuff. Now, what draws their attention? What I feel that draws their attention is the popularity and the amount of users using a certain platform. So when they had their major shutdown of a bunch of add-ons, at that time, those add-ons and some of those repositories were the biggest ones out there, talked about by everybody. So it was not a small, isolated, hey, this is a great add-on or app. You're talking about millions of people using a certain platform. That's when it's worth their investment of time and money, because whenever they decide to go after something, it's an investment of time and money is time with them because they're lawyers. So wherever they invest their time, it's going to be well spent. They're not going to spend their time on small things. So why are some of these APKs being taken down? It's because they have millions of subscribers. Millions. And when you have a million or millions of subscriber people using a certain platform, they find it in their best interest to go after that because you're cutting off that for all those people. Now, can some people change to something else? Sure. But they look at it and they're like, we stopped this. And you got to think about it. It's like a report card that I can see the lawyers saying, hey, when they go to the people that are paying their check, the Motion Picture Association and their groups, the Alliance, Artists for Creativity, when the lawyers have to go back to their investors, the people that are paying them, and say, what did you do with our money? And then they can go and say, hey, we stopped this APK. It was this many users that was using it, and we stopped it. And this has stopped this many people from moving to something else. We've deterred. So I don't think people talking about a thing. I mean, I guess if you plaster videos about a certain APK or add-on, boom, 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 over and over, you're going to draw more attention. I think the problem runs is when it becomes the mainstay and everybody's talking about it, then it doesn't matter if you're making a video because everybody's talking about it. When Terrarium TV was around, nobody needed to make a video to learn about Terrarium TV once it became mainstay. It was part of the mainstream of everyone's a tool in their tool chest.
Right.
Zion became a tool for a lot of people. That's what gets them stopped. So I don't see, for me, mentioning people's personally add-ons. I try to ask people because I don't want people that don't want to be talked about. But if they're willing for me to talk about it and they say, yeah, it's okay, Dabs, fine. But I think with the YouTube stuff, I think is a very small point or a small part of what impacts. Now, if 1,000 people make a video on Zion, okay, you're drawing attention to it. But I don't think that that's the major issue. I think that it's how big something gets. 1,000 people could do a video on a small APK and just barely anybody uses it, I don't think Ace is going to go after them. Ace is going to go after people that are add-ons, apps that are popular and that are creating a negative impact on the motion picture / TV productions. That's where I think that comes. So I just don't think that videos here and there talking about it on a show, I don't think that that's the major problem. I think the problem is when millions of people or hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people are using something. I think that's when it becomes on the radar of Ace, and they're like, oh, we got to stop this.
Mm.
So,
Do you feel like we get blamed a lot as YouTubers for all the apps going down when they get down?
Mm-hmm. Well, I've been blamed by there's a couple people on Telegram that blame me. Said that there's been numerous add-ons taken out because of me. Or, well, the verbiage was, I'm sure many add-ons have been taken down because Dabs talked about them. So was it true, not true? Who knows? But anything that I try not to talk about add-ons unless the people that work on the add-on say, Dabs, you can talk about it. And there's some add-ons that I'll talk about, but I won't give a URL because the people that work on that add-on said, hey, don't post our URL. Fair enough. I'm not going to post it.
Right.
So, you know, just being fair and trying to be considerate of other people. But anybody that's told me, don't talk about this, don't talk about my repo, don't talk about, hey, it's off my lips. I'm not talking about it. So a lot of times we are the scapegoat. And even though Cody Apps is my friend, I think sites that do that are probably more of a negative impact or a risk than someone doing a video. And there's numerous blogs. I mean, we can there's KODI tips. There's a bunch of cord cutter guys that do Twitters and have blogs that have lists. Here's the best APKs. Here's the best add-ons. And you think about this, if you're a lawyer with Ace, how easy it is to bookmark that page, go back to it, you know, check into it, paying attention to it, see how it's going, trending.
Yeah, Brooklyn says, I want to know how to do something becomes popular if you don't talk about it. Or correct. Now, in Brooklyn, I had put the link in. You're welcome to come on if you like.
You're true. I mean, it's true. It wouldn't. It would go back to where it would become that only hobbyists would know about stuff.
Correct.
Because, you know, if you go back, there was only hobbyists that knew about a lot of stuff. You had to really investigate.
I mean, interrupt. I'm gonna have to
go ahead.
Get ready to head out. So just wanted to tell everybody, appreciate him coming on. Dabs, appreciate you coming on the panel, man. You are an inspiration, really are. Everything you do. I mean, seriously. I mean, I know you're very humble and don't see it, but man, you really are. You do some amazing things that a lot of people don't know about. So,
thank you.
Yep. Blamo that just jumped off. Appreciate him, Marcos, always, and Penn, Sharon, and everyone in the chat. Much love. See you guys this afternoon sometime. And I'm sure there'll be a pop-up show, and I'm sure if not, I'll be around somewhere. So everybody take care, and we'll catch you soon. Peace.
All right. Have a safe evening. Have a safe day.
Take care, man.
Okay. Yes. But yeah, because like you said, it's a slippery slope. Like, you know, the majority of us, I mean, some people do, the majority of us don't do premium videos, but those that do, they do it for whatever reason. The majority of us just stay away from that. But you know, even with, you know, APKs, you know, a lot of people may do videos on it, or they may choose not to do much on live. So about it, we may show a little bit about it, but we know not to show, of course, any content. If we do show something on an APK, you know, and but each of it, you know, a lot of times, like you said, is mostly the popularity of the APK. And you know, even with down to Plex, we got to be careful what we show nowadays on Plex because Plex is getting more and more popular. You
Yep.
know.
Well, and it,
Okay, you're welcome, Brooklyn.
well, and especially with Plex, when people are advertising, it's, you know, with some of the services. And remember when you could get all the live stuff through Plex, and it was really easy, and people are like, "Oh, I'm going to sell you this." The thing with
Right.
Plex, Plex has controls to be able to stop a lot of things if they want to. Different than the code, the K word.
Yeah.
Plex has controls more than, even though they're both from the same mother. Both apps are from the same mother, but
Mm-hmm.
The K word has less controls than what Plex has, because Plex has things that they can stop. They're a closed. They're not open source.
Right.
So they can push an update and turn off things or take things away if they want to. It's if they choose to take things away, they could. So for me, for people that are using Plex, I would definitely try not to, take it too far, because if Plex wants to, they can take some features away that everybody uses for certain reasons.
Yep.
Yep.
Yes. You're right. I mean, Plex does hold a lot more power than the K word, the K or DI, for sure. I mean, good morning, Lenore. Good morning, Wardell. Let's see some of the people I may have missed. Silverback, good morning. Could you take over for a second, Pen? Smells like my door.
Oh, for sure. Like, and this goes back to and Butch, I'm sure by now you've heard of it, but even back with that popular VOD services with Envy, it started with a B, and you know how quickly that got shut down. So, and Envy is definitely, I would say, more, I would say more controlling than Plex in certain aspects, and they got on top of that because once again, people kept advertising in forums and certain Facebook groups, even running sponsored Facebook advertisements where you pay Facebook and you promote your service on Facebook. You know, that's a huge no-no. So it's all that, and then certain videos that's on this platform regarding it, at some point it all contributes to it. You know, too many eyes on a prize, sort of. You know what I mean? Yeah. So this happened before. With Envy, that was huge because everybody, because I was getting comments, about it like a few months ago, and I'm like, geez. So,
Well, for people that are worried about with Plex, I mean, maybe that's a good reason. You did some videos on Jellyfin, and Jellyfin's another one of those options.
right.
It's a non-paid option, and I used it a little bit, and it works pretty well. I mean, it wasn't hard to set up. I mean, if you set up Plex, it was about as easy to set that up, and free to use. And so you got to always keep your options open so that if something happens like that, because you never know what Plex is going to do.
Right. And that's the thing about like having backups, different alternatives, like because we never know how Plex is going to change their platform or push out an update. And I've always talked about on my channel about having an additional APK, that you can rely on. Jellyfin would be the ideal APK right now because it's free and it's open source. You just have to add the content yourself for educational purposes, but it has that type of platform to where you're free to use it how you see fit, and you don't have to worry about being tied down versus an NB or a Plex.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I will check out Jellyfin for those of you that are in the chat and are wondering about it. Pretty unique.
Yeah, it's not, and like I said, it's free. So what do you have to lose? I set it up on my PC, and it's basically the same type of thing. Hey, this folder is okay. This folder's okay. Here's the accounts that you want to set up. And then I put it on my phone, and I actually tried it. I was driving home, and I just clicked it, logged right into my server on my computer,
Yep.
and ran fine. So it's a nice option. You don't want to be running both, though. If you have Plex, don't have Plex and Jellyfin running. I had issues with them running at the same time. They didn't.
Oh, really? Because I have all three. What issues did you have running Jellyfin and Plex?
I kept having crashes. My computer, when I was having both crashing, and I really wasn't sure what was causing the crash. I mean, I didn't, but I knew that it was within the time I was running both, and I was trying to log on, and I'd come home and it was Jellyfin, my content was running fine, and then all of a sudden it stopped, and it says unable to reach remote server, whatever it said. And I'm like, oh, I come home and my computer's crashed. I was like, oh, okay. So rebooted, and there was, I don't know, a few days later, messing around with it, and I noticed it again. So maybe it's an isolated case on my PC that I need to reinstall Windows. That's very likely. I'm actually getting close. It's been about a year and 8 months since I've had this OS, and I like to clean house because you always got a bunch of junk on there that you didn't need. Clean it.
Yeah.
Start with a brand new, back to the Windows again, fresh, and then maybe because it could be just an isolated issue of ghosting on my machine because I got some bad DLLs or whatever's going on in the background.
Right.
So you're running both, and you said, or all three, and you said no issues.
Yeah. The only issue I had at first was, of course, since Jellyfin is a fork of MB, they use the same port number that MB has, so they didn't want you to use both if you decide to have. So initially, I looked into it, and I just had to change the port number on the app, and then had to configure the XML file. Just change the number that way too. So it wasn't too bad, but it uses the same port. So at first you can't run MB and Jellyfin unless you change the port on either or.
Okay. Well, that's,
overall it's good.
Yeah, it's but again, like you said, giving people options. Try them out.
Right. Yep. It's all
It
about
don't hurt. It don't hurt.
A Clifford asks, isn't Plex a library that you feel? Yeah, I mean, if you plan on putting your own content on there, whether it's from ripping or other ways, you can put new stuff and old stuff on there. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, see, New Tech, Next Level Tech says, check my drivers. Yeah, I think, like I said, I think that I do have some issues, I think, on mine. I've been noticing it more and more. So, hey, Rojas.
What's up, Rojas? What's up, Mr. Butler?
What's up, people? Good morning. Happy Friday. What's going on?
Hey, Domo.
Just chilling, man.
Oh, yeah. So we got some heavy hitters on there this morning, huh?
How's it going, man?
Yeah.
Hey, Dabs, your mic is off.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I can't hear him.
I wasn't talking. I wasn't talking for a minute. I gave
Oh,
you a
okay.
minute. He's like, wait a minute. I don't hear him. I don't hear him.
You know what? I'm looking at the damn YouTube stream. I'm looking at the YouTube stream. That's why.
I was talking and I was muted. But I'll put the link out, Next Level Grunt Streams, and Rojas, if you like to get on, you don't have to, but if you like to, I'll put the link out if you would like to get on. And JJ, if you'd like to get on and tell us about what you got going on today as well.
Did you guys mention about TVDB having issues?
No, but could you go ahead and tell us about it? I didn't know yet.
Well, it happened yesterday, and I don't think they fixed it yet. If anybody else in the panel knows if they had, I know I'd seen a couple different posts where did they fix it?
They had posted something where an update, and they're working on a fix, but it's not confirmed yet, as far as I know.
Yeah, that's the last time I saw that. It was like 2 posts of like one where they were starting. They said we're still working on it, and the reason why this may be important to you guys if you're not sure, some APKs and some add-ons link to TVDB, which is the TV database. They can either link to the TVDB or TMDB, which is the movie database, or they may link into IMDb. So, or Track, sometimes some of them link into Track. So when one of those four are having an issue with servers or this or that, your APK or your add-on may struggle because in the code of either one of those, they may be looking to TVDB for a particular list.
Yeah.
Like for TV stuff, they're looking at a list, popular. Let's just say popular, or trending. It's looking that APK or add-ons looking to that list, and that list is gone. So what ends up happening sometimes, you'll pop up an error because your APK or add-on says, error, we can't find that web page. So it'll throw up an error to you, and you're like, well, this add-on or APK is broke. Well, no, the source of where they're getting their information is actually broke. So just expect maybe some problems. I know that Shadow actually pushed an update today to work around that error. I haven't looked at what he did on that. I was going to message him this morning. I just haven't been able to see. I know that he pushed an update to so that the error wouldn't keep throwing an error in the add-on. So you may see that in some of your favorite add-ons or APKs. There may be some issues, but it'll be fixed. Don't worry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Good morning, Silverback. Rojas. Morning. So how are you this morning, Deacon Butler?
Oh man, I'm here going through a little something, but I'm here.
Hey, just like that. Prayers and thoughts and prayers.
Yep, thank you. Like not that deep. I mean, just
Yeah.
classic stuff.
What is going through the bottom of the bottle? Is that what he said?
That would be sad, wouldn't it?
I'm going through something right through the bottom of this bottle. Hold on a second.
I'd be so sad right there, man. That would be sad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Matter of fact, for 1 second, I have to do this for Rojas and Trooper for a moment. There you go, Rojas and Trooper.
what?
Take a moment to look at your hero right there.
You're talking about,
There you go, Rojas and Trooper. And send me if you're in the chat. There you go.
Shane, you're talking about Queen James?
King James.
Queen James.
Marcos, you confused. You don't know if you're in the U.S. or Mexico. So.
Oh man.
La Reina James.
Yes. So, are you excited about any of the new devices that came out? The Butcher, far as the new Amazon devices they announced Thursday?
No.
No, you say you don't care.
All right. So, in my opinion, and I was going to talk about that today. All right. So, a new Fire Stick. All right. To me, it's going to be their new low-level Fire Stick. Okay. So that's what that's going to be. It's going to be their low-end device. That's the one they're going to push for $25. I have a gut feeling we're not going to see that 4K stick at $25 anymore. So I think that 4K stick we're going to see it for $35. I don't think we're going to see it much lower than that. I think what we're going to see is that other device, that new one, that doesn't do 4K, but has everything else. I mean, it has all the other things. It just doesn't offer the 4K content. But if you looked at it, looked like the processor was the same. Everything was same, except for that. So I don't see real excitement there. I didn't see the new Echo device. For me, I have the tall one. It's a great device. I have the Echo Dot 1. I have an old Echo Dot, which sounds like crap. Mm-hmm. So I wonder how good of a sound that this new Dot, little oval or a little round looking thing, I wonder the sound quality of that. So it's hard to tell. I did find it interesting that Luna, was it Luna, the remote?
Yes.
Was that so? For people that don't want to invest in a gaming device, I'm wondering how that's going to work. Now, you don't know because that's cloud-based device, which maybe for people that don't want to invest in something, that they're able to play certain games on their Fire Stick. They'll be able to play right from their Fire Stick from the cloud. That to me is interesting, but I don't know if I'd want, if I was a person, if I'd invest the money and then you have to pay that $6 a month.
That's what I was saying.
Exactly.
So, I mean, $6.
We were just saying that. That's like buying a house. We were talking about that before you came on.
And it's
You
not
want
like
to
it's
have
something
something
that
that
you'll
you
just
own.
get rid of over like a couple months. It's just something that people use continuously.
For
And
me,
go ahead. Go, Marco.
Yeah. For me, I'd rather buy the game, play it, maybe get rid of it after a couple of months.
Well, the plus is that you're able to play on a Fire Stick because it's cloud-based. So it's about, you could have a library because you really can't install stuff on the Fire Stick like that. So you're able, looks like they're actually better games. I mean, to me, it reminded me of the GeForce library. If you guys for your NVIDIA Shield,
Yeah.
did you see a lot of those? I saw a lot of those titles that I'm like, oh, I saw that on the GeForce titles on the Shield Club thing that you could pay for. So there's some similarities in there, but if you're paying $6 a month, that's $60 a year. Well, let's see, no, that's more than that. It's $72 a year that you're paying. So $72 plus the remote. I'm a person that would say, you know what? I'll just invest in a Raspberry Pi and I can download the image and I'm done. But I do think they'll find a market for it though. If I think from my thought is if they go with the emulation games, I think that's the market you're going to get. I don't think your hardcore gamers are going to go anywhere near this. It's going to be people my age or they're in their 40s or maybe even 30s that want to play a PlayStation 1 or Super Nintendo or Nintendo, those games. I think that's going to be the market. If they can emulations offer those games, those are the people be like, oh yeah, I get to play what Super Nintendo? Oh, I get to play Mario Brothers, or I get to play a Super Mario 64. Oh yeah, I'd pay for that. That's the people that will fork out that monthly fee.
Exactly.
And they'll forget about it, just like we all do when you got those subscriptions. You pay $6, you remember the first couple months, and then you forget, and it's just taken out of your bank account or your credit card, and you don't even think about it, and it's just taken out. And we talk about that numerous times, Sharon. Where next thing you know, you're paying $120 in subs. So what did you guys think? I'm sorry, I missed it. So did you guys think the same thing, or were you guys?
I think the same thing. I'm like, we'll just go invest in one of those. They make those sagas with like 100+ games now. Yeah. I'll just go invest in one of those.
Yeah, also the Super Nintendo demo.
Yep.
Yeah. Like
well,
I said,
almost every one of those systems, though, you can. I don't want to say hack them, but almost every one of them systems you can sideload off.
We're gonna say manipulate.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you can do that with almost every one of those systems. You can stick an SD card in them. And that's not on accident. That's not on accident. But they almost every one of them you can put an SD card in it and you're running it. And so, yeah, you invest. Hey, I like PlayStation. I mean, what's the PlayStation one? The BMO or it's not Blammo. It's like BMO or something.
Yeah, BMO or something like that.
Where you're able, or not BMO, where you're able to SD card into the PlayStation Classic, I think is what they called it, or something. Yeah. And then it's like a spinning library of. I've seen people put humongous cards in it. So, teach their own. I mean,
shit.
Yes.
I was trying to think of what other devices I saw. Those are the only three
that
about, grabbed me.
Go ahead. What about the flying? We also talked this morning about the flying doorbell, the the Ring flying doorbell. I mean, imagine having that thing flying around your house.
I didn't see
With
the
the drone.
I did not. I missed that one. Hold on. Let me go to Amazon. Let me go to Amazon tab here because they were because I saw the new. I know the new show. Okay. All right. So the show, the Dot, the Luna. You said the flying doorbell?
Yeah, it's the new Echo. I mean, not the new Echo. What's the name of that? The
Ring?
new Ring doorbell, but it's a flying one, a flying drone doorbell.
I wonder what the purpose of that is. You can hear it everywhere.
It flies all around your house. They even have the video. Matter of fact, I'll send you the article. I'll send you the article because it was in I got the app. 1 second, I'll send it to you.
All right.
Sorry, with more capacity. No word on that. How was that just?
It was on CNET. It was on CNET this morning. And I posted it in our MS7 this morning.
Okay.
Let's see. But yeah, it was interesting. It even had the video with it this morning. I was like, that's crazy.
So no word on a Fire Stick having more storage capacity, Dabs?
Actually, they got one that's a lower grade that's more compatible with the second gen, but actually kind of not even as compatible with the second gen.
Well,
that's what came out.
What I heard was they're just changing the.
I'm going to send you the article right now.
It's the SSD 2 to 4. Yeah, but that's all I heard of what they're gonna do on that.
Let's take a copy of that.
Okay. Everything else, I think, might be the same, except for the internal.
Yeah. They should just leave the ones they got. I don't know why they're wasting time with that one.
Yeah. Well, if you go through and because if you go to the link on the Fire Stick, and it actually has a comparison. So it shows the light because they got the new Fire Stick Lite, then they got the Fire Stick, then they got the 4K, then they got the Cube. And it shows you each one. The one difference between the Lite and the regular stick is Dolby Audio is only through pass through HDMI. So if your TV has that feature, you're able to do it. Whereas the other three offer Dolby Atmos audio in it. They got rid of the which one? They all have voice. I thought one of them got rid of voice. The biggest thing that I noticed was all right. So 8 gigs of storage in the 3, except for the Cube is 16. Quad core in the first 3, hexa-core in the Cube. But the only thing different is when you go to the 4K stick, it up to 4K Ultra HD support. But if you go and look at the stick, up to 1080 full HD with support to HDR, HDR10, HDR10 plus. So if you're not a 4K user, but I don't know. My opinion, I think that you're not going to see the. I don't know if we're going to see that 4K stick back down to $25 again.
Yeah. I sent it to you in Telegram. The video with the article.
Yeah. I don't even know why I glanced right past that because I did see the picture of that, and it is like I was like,
yeah, the video with it. That's crazy. I mean, that's going to run into a Telegram until your ceiling fan. It's definitely going to drive your dog crazy.
But I don't see. I gotta watch the
thing.
I
don't understand.
What's the purpose? I mean, bing, someone's at your door. Bing, some. I mean, I don't know.
Right.
Exactly.
Yes.
Good morning, Next Level. How are you this morning?
What's up? How you guys doing?
Hi. What do you think about that Ring doorbell drone being in your house? I mean, being that you take care of dogs, it's going to drive them crazy. Going to tear up your ceiling fan. Going to run into your refrigerator.
It's kind of crazy. We actually dropped a podcast this morning, and we talked about all the products on our podcast. But I pretty much said that they're trying to solve a problem that doesn't exist. I mean, if we look at the times before that we had smart technology, like right now we live in a time where your thermostat can be accessed on your phone. A lot of things in your house can notify you if something's wrong. You don't need a drone to fly underneath your couch and get your quarters for you. Like we don't live in that time anymore. So I think they're trying to just push the envelope a little too far on that. Maybe they're going to come out with another product where it'll make sense, but right now it doesn't make sense to me.
Well, I'm looking at it. So all you want to do is you just want to be able to fly this around and look around in your house if you heard something.
But the thing is, Butch, you can't manually fly that. You have to set a map for it to go through.
Oh man, because he's showing in it is like looking at the burglar breaking in, and so you have to set up. Okay, well then that's stupid if you're setting up a map,
right?
I mean, if you're controlling it and you're like, oh, let me look around, and
like if they start selling attachments for mini machine guns and like.
I want a laser on it. You know, they don't weigh as much. You know, bullets are a lot of weight in a bullet. So you have to use a laser. Yeah, you got to use the laser. They're lighter.
Yeah, I heard you guys talking about the Fire Sticks, and I had a few minutes, so I thought I would jump on.
Okay.
So when I was looking, wait, Rojas is still here? Oh, so quickly, I was doing a quick tally, like a rough count. Next Friday is going to be Rojas's and I's 50th live stream together. Wow. Like it's crazy that we've done 50 already. But we've done today is going to be the 24th on my channel, and we always do Thursdays and Fridays, which means the 24th on his channel was yesterday. So that would be 48. Next Thursday would be 49, and then Friday would be our 50th together. That's crazy. I can't believe 50 episodes went by so quickly.
Oh, wow.
You're way ahead of me. Damn, you guys are knocking the mugs out.
You hit 100, whatever.
Yeah, but it took me like 3.5 years to get to 100.
So anyways, I'm about the Fire Sticks. I don't want to get too far off topic, but basically what they did is they took the Wi-Fi, the CPU, the GPU, and kind of the RAM, and they put it in the same as all three. So the light, and I'm going to call it super light and light, those two only have 1 gig of RAM, but they changed from DDR3 to DDR4. So it's using the same kind of RAM as the 4K Fire Stick, but just not as much. It's using the same CPU as the 4K Fire Stick, but it's limited to 1080p. Obviously, it doesn't go to 4K. And the main difference is between the, I'm going to call it super light and light, is like Butch was saying, the audio has the Dolby Atmos. And then the other difference is the super light doesn't have CEC infrared on the remote, so you can't control your TV. So if you're looking for, your TV controlling capabilities, that's where you're going to spend the extra $10. If that makes sense for you, then go for it. I mean, they're both going to be really, really good budget devices. You can't get a 1080p device that's going to run that good for that price, in my opinion.
Wow.
I think they're going to be pretty good. The reason I like this upgrade is because I'm tired of people asking me how much a Fire Stick from me costs and then going and buying a second gen and then bringing it to me. And they're super slow because their Wi-Fi is slow, their RAM is slower, their CPU is slower. So even when you get those updates from Amazon, it can take hours.
Yeah, right. I mean, but what do you think about, well, I guess because of the Comcast thing, a lot of people go back to the second gen because they see they have a problem with with Comcast blocking the 4K ones.
See, I don't know anything about that because I live in.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you live in Canada. I thought about it when I asked you the question.
Yeah, I mean, get a VPN. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess everybody get a VPN. Right.
Honestly, everyone should be having something like a VPN these days. There's so many things that are going on, and I think that it's more needed now than ever.
Yeah. You'd be correct on that. And stuff. And then we were talking about before you came on, of course, about the monthly paying for their the new service that Amazon's coming out, the monthly gaming service.
Oh, I'm excited to try that one, Luna. Have you heard about that one, Butch?
Yes, and yeah, I looked through it. I looked through what they're offering, and it reminded me of the Shields. Their Shields Club thing that they had. But even with the Shield, people were not excited and happy with the performance. I only played a couple games on it, to be honest. that driving one that was real popular. But I only played a couple games. Remember when they used to offer it for free? You could almost all the games were free that they offered. There was very few that you had to pay for. I did do it, and it was nice. I played Street Fighter. It was neat, but there were people that used it on a regular basis that complained about issues with it, and that was with. So maybe Amazon will work all that out. They have more money maybe than NVIDIA does, but I don't think either one is hurting for money. So maybe Amazon will invest more on it, but we'll see on that. Cloud base is not perfect.
Yeah, but I see. I'm more interested in it because Amazon owns Twitch, so I'm curious as to how they're going to kind of implement that into their cloud-based streaming service. Right? I think there's going to be a lot more gaming, or the possibility of having more gaming creators, or just even showcasing or sharing with your friends might be a lot easier.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, the price you can't really beat. $6. Well, right now it's $6, $6 a month, and they're talking about like grade A level games.
Yeah. When I looked through the list of games, that was interesting. But again, I felt like I had the Shield. So for me, who's had that opportunity to play most of those type of games, if I wanted to do it on the cloud, I didn't do it. So it's like, oh, you're going to offer all these games. Well, I'm never going to play them anyway. So is it even going to be good for me? No, but that's why for me, I would think maybe the novelty would be good for some people, but I think nostalgia, I think a hardcore gamer ain't going to play off of that. It's going to be your people wanting to play something old. I think those people would be willing to. I mean, I know my son, who is a PlayStation or a PC gamer, is not going to play this. I mean, they're older titles and well, not all of them, but they're older-ish. There's none of these guys now, because the Shield actually you could play Fortnite and stuff. I don't see Fortnite listed on here. When I'm looking through, I don't see it on this.
All right.
I don't. Yeah. It could be licensing. I mean,
it could be.
Yeah, perhaps.
Well, I mean, Fortnite could be a little reluctant to enter a new platform with all they're going through with Apple right now as well, right?
Yeah. Well, it looks like Ubisoft. It'd be interesting what Ubisoft if they once that comes up and going, what content that they're going to offer, because they'll come with their own library and say, hey, we're going to give you this stuff too. So that's
it could be interesting because with GeForce Now, we had a lot of developers pulling out of GeForce Now. So they could be looking for maybe a more profitable service, something with better profit margins, something that they maybe have more control over. And that could be an option being a brand new service with Amazon. So we could see some developers jumping platform to platform. That would be interesting because I think there's a lot more Amazon devices in people's hands than there were people with GeForce Now compatible devices.
Definitely. But the other thing is there's so many, but if you take a look at, so you got Ubisoft, almost most of your major gaming companies that are creating the content, most of them have moved to a cloud-based project. So if you want to play a certain brand, I'll say this Rainbow Six. I don't know, that's just one name come off the top of my head. So the creator of Rainbow Six, and they coming out with their versions, you're going to have to get their service to play their games. Same thing like with Disney, what Disney's doing, that Disney's not letting Netflix have their shows anymore, their movies. Disney's like, Netflix, what you had in the past, we've got a contract. We have to honor that. Anything new, you're not going to get. So I think these gaming companies are doing the same thing. They're like, hey, why are we going to let NVIDIA or somebody else profit off of our game when we want people to subscribe to our service? And so you sign up for our cloud-based service and you'll be able to play our whole library. And I know, what was it, CES this past year, numerous gaming platforms were saying, hey, Come join us and check out our new game for this. We're going to have a new game. And I was like, dang, that's like 2 or 3 new cloud services. And then you heard everyone pulling out of NVIDIA or the GeForce stuff. And was like, oh yeah, we want your stuff at home where people got to pay for it there, not through NVIDIA.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and a lot of them may be going that way because you think of a lot of, like you said, Disney, a lot of companies like that. I mean, just think of all, like, when streaming came about, all these companies thought that they was a joke. Oh no, they're gonna stick with the cable company. They're gonna stick with the cable company. Now, everybody's trying to get their own little streaming platform. So the games may be going the same way, where a lot of them they're going to go with the company that's going to make them the most, basically.
But I think they were comparing themselves to or people were comparing them to. People are comparing them, I should say, to Stadia instead of the GeForce Now.
Maybe. There's and then everything I've been reading, Amazon Prime, they're saying that the day may be October the 13th. You believe it's going to be October the 13th? A lot of sources saying, or do you think the Amazon is going to change that day? Or you think that's just rumors that a lot of sources are saying?
Well, right now, I don't think they're too sure what's going to happen. So it might just be a rumor.
What do you believe? Next Level and then the Butcher?
I'd really like to say that it's pushed out to the 13th because there's another Fire Stick or another Cube coming. I would like to see a bundle with the Cube with the new Luna remote. I think that would be really cool. But who knows? No one ever really knows. Amazon is one of the best companies to kind of keep everything under wraps and keep everything hush-hush. The only things that people find out are typically a few days before a live announcement, and it's typically through the FCC leaks that they go through. But I want to say the 13th makes sense. I don't see it happening any sooner than the 13th. And I don't think that it makes sense to do it any later than the 13th with Christmas being right around the corner and the end of the year coming around, because you have to have a Prime Day this year. So I think it should be either the 13th or somewhere around the 13th for sure.
Definitely before Thanksgiving time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's where they're gonna that's where they might make all the majority of their money.
They're not. Amazon's not been hurting at all with the pandemic. They have been one of the companies that has skyrocketed.
Yeah. I mean, for sure.
I mean, they have. That's the thing about with the Prime and this and that. All right. So why do companies do promotions? All right. So you create promotions to create buzz, to get traffic, to get excitement, to get sales. So they don't need any of that right now. So I think right now, Amazon is probably running. And again, I am in. I work for in the grocery chain, so I know what it's like to have seen this influx since, let's say, March. So Amazon saw the same thing, right? They saw the same influx, and so you're running at critical mass. You're running at the maximum that your company can run at. So do you want to create more buzz and more traffic and more products going out the door when you're already at critical? Because when you go past that, what you're able to handle, then your service drops off because you're pushing your employees too hard. You got your employees that don't give 2 Fs. You got your employees that are calling out. When you have call outs, that means shifts aren't covered. That means product is not out. You promise somebody this is going to be in their house in the next day or the day after. Now, hey, sorry, it's not going to be delivered for 2 more days. You've created more and more problems on yourself. And I think Amazon's been waiting for maybe this to slow down, do a Prime Day to kind of pick back up. And there's been no slowdown. I mean,
Yeah.
my business is still up. We're not as up as much as we were early in April-ish or June, but we're still way up. Amazon's got to be doing the same thing. And they're at that point where they're like, do we want to increase business?
Well, I think you got a point there, Butch, because most of their profits are coming from all the COVID stuff, which is all the movies and the TV shows that people are buying just to watch.
Well, it's also going just normal shit, because how many people are not going to the stores now because they say stay home, right?
Yeah.
So
Right. Yep.
they're ordering online now. So everybody's ordering online, and so just the stuff that people used to go to Best Buy, or let's just say used to go to Walmart. I'll get this Walmart. Now they're just going to Amazon, and they're like, oh yeah, I need some dog food, and I need this, I need that, because you can buy all that stuff if you've got Prime. Oh, it don't cost you nothing. They'll ship it. They'll be here in 2 days. So what? I'll wait. To me, the amount of they're selling not just COVID essential stuff. I guarantee you their business is picked up across the board on everything, because people are like, I'll just stay at home and order it. And guess what? It gets dropped off right at my door. I don't even have to risk going into Walmart and having somebody cough on me, if that's your worry.
A lot of people have that mindset. It's been a massive increase in online shopping since COVID has happened. And a lot of people are doing just that, just the comfort of their own home, and they're pulling up their smartphone or their device, and they're just ordering what they need online. It's convenient. It works.
Yeah. I mean, how many of you guys, any of you guys have grocery stores that do home shop? My store does home shop.
Yes,
So,
our Giant Eagle does. As a matter of fact, they closed the Giant Eagle not that far from me. That does the home shopping only.
Yeah.
You can't even go inside the store anymore. You only can order online at that store, and that was a store you could walk in before. Now you can't. They do delivery only.
So get this. All right. So my store, the home shop business has jumped like 400%. That and actually it would go more, but our company has they set only so many orders a day that they'll open up. They call them slots. So they open up, you get the 4 slots an hour. So the company has slowly been increasing that over time as they can hire more people. Home shop it's such a record amount. They can't control it. My daughter does Shipped, which as one of her little side jobs is doing Shipped. So she goes and shops for people and brings it to their home. All that kind of stuff is just skyrocketed. So more and more people are staying isolated at home, are going out more limited and doing these services. So that's why, Amazon's catching that same influx of people sitting at home. I'm going to order it. I'm going to order my groceries from the grocery store. I'm going to have, and you can have Ship. You can actually have Ship pick it up and drop it off at your door. So my company, I think it's $99 a year, and you get unlimited shops. So a person says, I pay $100, and then I pay Shipped. You could pay Shipped like $5 or $10 to deliver it to your door. They're like, shit, that's easy. I don't even have to go shopping. I can just order it, and it comes right to my house. So
lazy nation, man. We're a lazy nation.
It's fed right into
Walmart. Look at Walmart. Walmart's going right against Amazon as a competitor. And you see that what they just came out with? You could pay $14 a month, or how much was it a year? I've been talking about it for the last 2 weeks. I forgot how much it is a year, and you get a 15-day free trial.
And was that free shipping?
98 for a year, Sharon.
Pardon me?
It's 98 for a year.
Yeah, 98 for a year. So
What's the big deal? You get free shipping with Amazon or something? If you do that $98 a year? I'm sorry, with Walmart?
Walmart.
No, Walmart. I thought Walmart was cheaper than 98, but maybe it is 98. But I know Walmart is cool.
I'm on the site. It says $12.95 a month or 98.
Okay, or 98 a year, yeah. And you get a 15-day free trial. Is there any companies?
They deliver it, or is that delivery?
Yes, they deliver. Same day deliver, and they do the prescriptions. You can get your prescriptions, anything Walmart offers. And they said within the next few months they will be combining with Sam's Club for the same deals.
Yeah. It's a whole new, you know, when we had the Uber craze, and there was lots of money, you know, and I know that when I've talked to my daughter about that Shipped, and she says she has friends that do that full time. That's their full time gig, and depending on your location and where your location and the stores that are in your area and the customer base, you can make more or less. I mean, because you actually make more off the tips than you make off of the actual charge, because she says most orders will be a small, you know, you're only gonna gain like $10, if that, off of the order itself. You get more money actually off the tip. But she says some people that do that they work at it and they're making, good money, and they're their own boss, work when you want to work. So definitely an option for people.
Just wanted to add to Amazon Prime. A lot of times when they have these events, it's to get rid of old products so the new products can come in. But I think Amazon has done a fantastic job over the last years acquiring other companies. So they're not necessarily directly replacing products they had with a previous generation. These are brand new products that are coming out because they've just recently either acquired these companies, such as Ring and a couple of the other ones, right? So now they're doing their first real generation innovations with these products. So there's not really too much for them to, I guess, bleed out for Prime Day, because Prime Day was huge to get rid of the older Amazon products, right? So that's another point as well, I think.
I don't see them bleeding at all, though, man, with all that money.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, their customer service is ridiculous, though. I mean, it's like as far as if you don't get your package or whatever, they'll just ship you over.
Yeah,
they make it simple and easy, man.
It's loyalty, because anybody that has a business, it's harder to build that customer it's harder to build it than to lose it. And when you lose a customer, to get them back is really hard. So if you just stay simple. All right, so we have a thing where if anybody buys anything in our store, for whatever reason you don't like it, you're not happy with it, you come back, you bring the package that say you bought a steak from us and you didn't like it. You can bring the package. You bring the package back and say, I didn't like this steak, it was tough. We will give you your money back on that steak, and we replace it with another one, so that you say that this steak was tough, we'll give you another one, so that you get to try it, so that when you get home, you're like, well, it was just a bad steak, because that's going to happen. You get home and you fix that second steak, you're like, oh, well, yeah, they're tender like they normally are. That small investment keeps that customer coming back, because if a customer comes and they buy something bad and they don't like it, a lot of customers are done with that. They're never going to buy that again. They're like, hey, I've been burned. You're not getting me again on that. So Amazon takes the same approach. You keep people happy, and they're going to keep coming back. You piss them off, and to try to get them to come back once they're pissed is really hard.
Hey, word of mouth can make or break you. That's for sure.
Yes.
But what you're trying to say is nobody beats your meat.
Right.
Well, I can't say that.
Whoa.
Next level starting off. Hey, man, it's Friday.
Wasn't me.
Hey, it's Friday. I'm only having coffee too. I haven't even started to do the shots yet. That'll be later this afternoon.
Right?
Yeah, that'd be for the show.
I wouldn't even have thought to say it like that.
Let's go left to
Limit on that? How many times they can do that? I don't like that steak bit, because they just keep.
Well, Butler, you know me. I'm usually the one to go left during.
Right. Well, was pretty good. It was next level's fault this time.
Yeah.
But do you guys still have that senior hour at your store too, where the seniors can go in before everybody else shop at your store?
Yes, but really nobody pays
attention to it.
We don't have the blue hairs rolling in at 6 o'clock anymore. We used to twice a week we would have I called it the blue hour, because it was all the blue haired ladies come in, but it was like from 6 to 7 on Mondays and Thursdays. There for the first month, it was like a horde of elephants come. Well, about elephants, because they're about that slow when they're walking. So it would like come hording in. And it's gotten better though. It's gotten much. You'll see one or two come in early, but now they've pretty much the older people tend to shop earlier, but even though it's still open, anybody can come in now. For us, we've almost rolled our hours back to normal, what they were pre-COVID.
So we're only about an hour away now. We reduced the counters. We got rid of the counters. We slowly getting back up to normal as well. So
the only thing we have different now is we have cart washers.
So
that wash and sanitize when you walk in.
Yeah,
they wash and wipe and do all that prior.
Now you guys doing masks there too for the customers and the staff, right?
Oh yeah. You got to have a mask. They even offer masks for people that they have that sitting there. But yeah, we had a lady that got upset because right. So we have baggers up front, and the bagger had to go because it was busy. So the bagger that was at that station that's in the vestibule when you come in the store, he would stand there, wash the carts, and he would give you some sandy wipes if you want to wipe your hands. So he had to go get carts. Okay, he had to walk out and get carts. So my store tends to be a upper to higher end customer. Our customer base tends to be a little bit higher end customer. Customers got upset because there was not a person standing at the station wiping the cart down for them. They actually had to wipe the cart.
Oh my God!
And we had ladies that got mad. We had people that got mad and complained to the store staff because there was only a cart. The cart washing station was there, but it was unmanned. So that meant they had to wipe the cart down themselves. I'm thinking,
oh my God!
I mean, I'm like, but that's
good justice.
Yeah, but it's like, we're going to offer you all the cleaning stuff.
Gloves just in case. I mean,
it had everything.
They're being lazy. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's a lot of ours is we have a lot of not to knock on the people from up north. We have a lot of Yankees that moved down here that are retired, and they're living off of the house that they sold in Boston or wherever. And they sold their house for however many millions of dollars, and they came down here and bought themselves a $300,000 house, and they're going to live the rest of their life, not have to worry about anything. And they've got that in their head. It's like, oh, you're supposed to take care of me. Well, okay, sorry. That guy had to go get those carts so that we have carts to wipe down. But,
we just spray ours with that. We spray, got, like you said, got a lot of tenant out there that sprays all the carts off with that disinfectant.
Yeah. Well, they spray it, and then we bring them in, and then he wipes them off. But then it's so funny. They'll line them all up right there next to him, so they're ready to go. And customers will still want you to wipe the whole thing down so they see it. They see you wiping it down. I'm thinking, I'm a person. I don't.
My goodness.
I don't know.
Keep your home. I think sanitizer with me, Lysol. Yeah, all these gloves and have a mask.
I'm a believer. I use sanitizer and those hand wipes and alcohols and this and that, but I use them limited. I think as a society we've become so wipe everything down yourself, or we've become so anti-bacteria wipe. I think it also hurts your system too if you're using that constantly, and people have been using them for years, not just for this situation. Even prior, you had people that were germaphobes and just wipe everything, So I don't know. It just leads right into wipe it.
Yeah, when you use so much antibacterial, it messes with the bacteria in your system, your natural bacteria.
Bacteria is good bacteria.
That's right. I love some bacteria.
Me too.
That's why when you were children, they'd be like, go play in the dirt. You need some of that in your system. So, yeah.
Good point.
Yeah, true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because really, it's making us sicker.
Yeah, you got to build up. Your system's got to get built up. Just like when I first started drinking beer on all my shows, I used to be hungover the next day. But now that I've built up a tolerance to it, I can drink, quite a few beers. And the next day I'm like, damn, can't even tell I was drinking. So, you got to build it up.
Buddy, man, that's my own heart. Yes, sir.
So next level, do they have more online shopping where you're at, more grocery, or they still have just as much in-person grocery, or it's about the same since COVID?
It's hard to say because I don't go out much, but I would say that there is the ability to purchase stuff online. Every store has curbside pickup as well too. So I mean, but people are still going in. You just got to wear your masks and like what you were saying, everything is kind of sprayed down, all the carts and everything else. But I don't see it as being too crazy. It's only sometimes if I choose to go to a Walmart, I might see a lineup outside. But besides that, it's been pretty good. I think it's been pretty good over here. But like the province I live in Ontario here, we're still getting 400 new cases a day. Damn. So it's like, I don't know what is good.
Hey, man,
400 cases in their whole province and that's a big province. Yeah. I mean, that's not a lot in the scheme of it. And Ontario is pretty populated. And those cases are most likely in your bigger cities, Toronto or
it's pretty much where I live. But I mean, to put it in perspective though, even though it is a big province, there's only about 10 or 11 million people in it.
Yeah.
So there's probably some cities in the States that have more people in it than my whole province. So
Hey Debs, how many cases have you had at your store as far as associates go?
1.
Out of how many associates?
Oh shit. 150, 200.
So we got about 400 associates, and since this thing started, maybe 5 cases.
Yeah, we had one that we know of, and when it happened, HR came in, the whole talk, and then they had a cleaning crew come third shift, and they wouldn't even tell you because you have to protect who's privacy, so you don't know who got it. Right. But then they were supposedly cleaned whatever area the person was in, but the person hadn't been at work in 10 days.
Right.
So you don't know. So yeah, I really expected to see more. Seeing how we see people every day.
Now you're doing a temperature thing too, temperature checks.
Oh, all right. So my company's not watching. Right. I'd say they check. They do check most of your cashier, most of your part-time, your cashiers, your baggers, front end staff. They're pretty religious about checking them. Most of those, I need a temperature check. I'll hear it on the radios, and they'll zap them in the head. For most of my full-time people that we're working wherever, most of my guys come in and just go to work. So I'll say it's, I don't want to say, maybe 50%, maybe more, because the front end staff is more than the back end staff. You know what I'm saying? In percentage wise. So I know I used to get, there will be some of the managers will come around in the morning with a little zapper and, boom, 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 boom. And, making sure people have masks. But that depends on which managers more are religious about it than others.
So we have next to our time clock, they installed a thermometer that you just look into and it reads your temperature.
Really?
Now on top of it, you have to do a preliminary check-in before you come to work, and you get paid to do that as well.
What's a preliminary check-in? They do check your oil, or
they ask you a series of 6 questions. Do you think you have been around somebody who has it? Have you traveled? That kind of thing. Do you have a temperature? That kind of thing.
Yeah, they did that. The first few weeks we had to a manager would say, check. Now they just, they'll come through and hit you with the head. But, to be honest, all right, I'm a person that we have to check packages, temperatures on packages. Those things are so inaccurate. Those laser thermometers, they are so inaccurate. When I'm going through and checking case temperatures, it's not, you couldn't rely on those. Every time I've been zapped in the head, it's always under. I'm way under. It's like, oh yeah, 92. Yeah, sure. Go to work.
I'll tell you what, COVID's become big business, man. It's become big business. This whole COVID thing. Whew.
Yeah. Correct.
Well, they're getting most of their shit from delivery.
Well, I remember one time they said they were going to have it where as soon as you walk in the store, you were going to be checked like for a thermometer, but I guess that never came to fruition.
No.
Well, I think from the last time I was watching the news, I think some parts, like I think it's Georgia, somewhere around there, they are checking with like with thermometers and shit like that.
Yeah. Let's see. Shoot, temperatures is not expensive. Yeah, the surface. Yeah. I mean, it's just, hopefully, we'll COVID can pass, and I don't know.
I don't see it.
I'm trying.
Anytime soon either.
Well, with Next Level was talking about population, so I'm like, okay, so let me take a look at the population in my state. So in my state, we have 2019, 10.5 million in my state.
Damn.
And what did you say? You had like 13 million in your province?
Maybe at the most. I mean, we have 1/3 of the whole country's population in this one province. I think it's probably close to 11-ish. Are you Googling it?
Yeah, I was going to pull it up, see, because I'm curious. I don't need demographics. I don't care about your demographics, man.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. 13.8.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just shy of 14. So in your province is how much bigger than my state?
yeah. But I mean,
yeah.
like, what? People probably live in like 25% of the whole province, because up north, no one's really living up there.
Oh, Blue's up there.
Yeah,
not far up north.
Well, I mean, she's far enough. She's 3.5 hours north of me, and there's probably not much north of her.
There's definitely way more people out east than out west.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I like living out where you are, Blem. I lived there for about a year. I did not want to come back.
Yeah, it's nice and quiet, and there's not as many people.
And the scenery is so much better.
Yeah, there's lots of that.
Yeah, that's good.
Don't even bring up True though, Buzz.
What did he say? Oh yeah, there's a lot of people. Unfortunately, a lot of cities are getting a second wave. I mean, they were showing it. I mean, unfortunately, on the news here in the U.S., that a lot of people are getting it. A lot of states here are getting a second wave. So.
Yeah. Well, we're down a little bit from our peak, but we're 1,600 new cases yesterday.
So we have about the same population.
Yeah, I got less. I had less. I had 4 million people less than you,
and 4 times more cases.
4 times more cases.
That's because your people are more condensed. Like
yeah. The density level is much more.
Well, I wasn't trying to talk about how dense your people are. But
well, it is the South. I can't help it.
Yeah, it is.
Well, it's crazy. I mean, I look at some of our numbers. We've been as low. Back in early June, we were like 176 cases in a day, and then it's went up, and then come down, and then peaked up, and then back down. So our second highest date was August 29th with 2,500 cases, which I think that was a holiday. Wasn't that a holiday weekend? August 25th or no 29th. Bet you that's close. Bet you that was close to a holiday.
That was
people
close
going to the beach.
Was that Labor Day or Memorial Day?
Yeah. So you're talking people were all at the beaches. Everybody was at the lake and the beach.
Yeah. I mean, and that's crazy when they get together, going to the beach and stuff like that. Ignoring that, you got to mask up.
Mask up. Oh, hey, I got to jump off. I forgot. I'm glad. Thanks you, Bixby, for reminding me about I got a conference call. I got a conference call in 5 minutes.
Yeah, we got to get ready to go too. So you can go ahead and say your goodbyes.
Yeah. Hey, let me. I'm just gonna say because I got 5 minutes to join that. Thanks for letting me on here, you guys. It's great to hang out and talk to everybody. More than welcome for you guys to jump in, see me this afternoon. Penn, don't forget me.
Oh no, I won't.
Okay. All right. I'll see you guys. See you guys this afternoon.
Okay.
All right. Take care.
All right. Okay. Next level.
Hey, thanks for having me. It was a good conversation. It's always good to talk about what's going on in the community, what's going on in the tech industries, and what's going on, I guess, generally where we live, because we all are from different parts of the world. So thanks again for letting me join your panel, and I'll see you guys later on my live show.
All right, buddy. Take care,
man. Marcos?
Thanks for having me. Thanks for coming, everybody. Have a good morning, night, afternoon. See you all next time. And adios, Southern Tech Girl.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Vilamo?
Thanks for having me on. Like NXT said, it's nice to have chats about all the news and stuff that's going on, and especially for us all around the world and stuff. And y'all have a great week and enjoy.
Okay, Penn.
I want to thank everybody in the chat who came through this morning, chill with MS7 and Sharon. Special shout out to the Butcher and Next Level for blessing the panel. And hey, like, it's Friday, guys, it's the weekend. You know, everybody take care, stay safe. Much love to everybody. And tune into all the shows this afternoon. Peace out.
Okay. And I'll say my goodbyes before we let Deacon Butler give his benediction. I'd like to give a special shout out to the Butcher and to Next Level Tech. Make sure you check out everybody's shows, starting with JJ Court Cutters. He'll be coming on this afternoon at 12 o'clock Central, 1 o'clock Eastern, followed by Next Level Tech around 3:30 this afternoon, followed by the Butcher at 5 o'clock Eastern at his show. And make sure you check out everyone at their respective times. Make sure that you like, share, subscribe, hit that bell icon so you won't miss their shows when they come up. And my show will be back. I'll be back Monday morning for our MS7 morning show. And I'd like to also thank Blambo for blessing the panel, and Marcos, and my MS7 crew for coming on the panel as well. And I'd like to thank everyone in the chat, because without you, there would not be a show. So I thank each and every one of you for coming. And if you haven't on your way in or your way out, make sure you press that like, share, subscribe button and press that bell icon so you get all the notifications of when we go live. And over to the hands of Deacon Butler.
Hey, man, we had a great panel. Sorry I got here late. We had a great panel today. A lot of heavy hitters on here. Blamo, again, thanks, man, for coming by. Always a pleasure having you. We appreciate your continued support. Next Level, Dabs, Marcos, and the MS7 crew, everybody in the chat. Happy Friday. And hopefully everybody gets into trouble this weekend. Whoa.
Whoa. With that being said, I guess we're out. Bye. Peace.
Y'all have a good one.
Bye.
Peace.
Yeah.
Peace.